What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here. Today I got a deck profile for you guys. This last Friday I went to a win-a-box tournament at my locals and I got top 8. I finished 7th place after Swiss, but I played a fun deck, so I wanted to show you guys pretty much the deck that I played going X1 with this deck. It was pretty fun. The deck is super crazy. It has a bunch of combos in it, so it's more of a combo Cosmo deck, as you guys can see, because obviously got Dark Destroyer on top. It's going to be a Cosmo variant, but it's obviously going to have Spice in it. It's crazy. You can sometimes break, but you can sometimes draw so much gas that it doesn't even matter that you break. So I'm just going to show you guys my deck that I played going 7th place. We got the 3 Cosmo Dark Destroyer. You guys already know. Normal with special summon, pop a monster on the field, and your opponent cannot target this card. And it floats, so if it gets destroyed by battle or card effect, you banish it from the grave to special summon level 7 or lower. You guys already know that's our best boss monster in our deck. Next up, we got the 1 Dark Eclipser. Also cannot be targeted by your opponent, but this negate and destroys traps. So this helps you out a lot against all the rogue matchups, and it negates and destroys the trap by banishing Cosmo from the grave. And if it decides by card effect or battle, you can banish it to search any level 8 or lower Cosmo, which is pretty much any monster in our deck. So pretty amazing. Next up, we got the 1 Cosmo Forerunner, just there for floating purposes. Its effect gains life points in your standby phase, but also it has the floating effect. So if it gets destroyed by battle card effect, you can banish from the grave, special summon level 6 or lower. Amazing. Next up, we got the 2 Cosmo Slip Rider. This card's amazing in this version of this deck, which you'll see very soon. It's amazing because I play artifacts. So artifacts, you can pop them yourself on your opponent's turn to trigger them. So Slip Rider is actually a really amazing card that doesn't even have to pop their back row to win. You can pop your own and get there. So this also floats as well if it dies by battle card effect. We got the 1 Cosmo Dark Lady, pay 1,000, negate and destroy a monster effect that's activated, and that's also a level 5 pilot, the biggest one. You can't normal summon this one because it's level 5, but you can special summon it. But you can tribute summon for it if you want. But it doesn't come up a lot. But this card, all the Cosmo cards that are E-Telliable, they're all psychics. This also pays 1,000 to special summon a banished psychic from your grave to your field. It does not negate its effects. So this card's amazing extender. You play the 1 because of E-Telly. You also play 1 Farm Girl because of E-Telly, because you can just battle phase, inflict damage, still in the battle phase with E-Telly. Summon this attack with 15. They can't ash this card because it's in the damage step. So yeah, this card's amazing. Helps you go for game or set up your plays. We got the 1 Cosmo Strawman. Of course, pay 500 special summon a Cosmo from your banished pile to the field, but it does negate its effect and destroys in the end phase. But that's okay. You can use this link fodder or just use summon a big ship Dark Destroyer, and then in the end phase will blow up from this, and then you can summon a tin can. So that card's amazing. And of course, win can. This is like your best normal summon in your deck. We got the 3 Cosmo tin can. It starts off everything. It thins out your deck. It sends cards to the graveyard, and it adds cards to your hand. So like this card tags out. So yeah. Win can, you already know it's vaping, it's always going to get there. That rounds out the Cosmo monsters. For the next package of the deck, we are playing Dogmatika. So we're playing 2 Ecclesia the Virtuous. This card's amazing. For the most part, you don't use your extra deck besides a couple engines, but for the most part, you're not going to use your extra deck. So like special summoning this is never going to pretty much hurt, or using its effect to search. But I cut it down to 2 because it was kind of... I saw too many of it sometimes. But yeah, the next 2 targets for Dogmatika Engine was the 1 Maximus and the 1 Floor. The only time Maximus sucks is when I go against Cyber Dragon, because you cannot use this because he sends Nova and then he kills you. So yeah, Maximus was okay against some other matchups, but for the most part it's a 3,000 butt or an extender. So yeah, Floor was amazing though. Floor is amazing. And that rounds out the Dogmatika Engine. For the next engine, we are playing the Adventurer token engine. So we are playing the 3 Water Enchanters of the Temple and the 1 Chicken, the 1 Wandering Griffin Rider. So this engine allows me to make a negate if I break and or extend. So like this card can just be a level 3 extender. It does turn off Cosmo Tin Can if you normal summon it, but you can still use Tin Can if you E-Telly it. So like there's so many cards in this deck that allow me to play around that effect where I can't activate my normal summon monsters, because for the most part the only card I'm really normal summoning are pilots, and pilots I can let them sit on the field, or I can link them away and turn them into something else and start using E-Telly as an extender, because E-Telly at 3 makes this deck at least more combo oriented. You can draw more ways to keep playing if they stop you somehow. So yeah, this engine's amazing. You gotta max out on all these cards. I was almost wanting to play 2 Griffin, but man, that's a lot of bricks in the deck, so we didn't want to do that. For the next engine, we are playing the most cheating engine in the game. We got 2 Artifact Scythe and the 1 Moral Tech. So, the Moral Talk, sorry. So yeah, this old ass engine, you guys already know artifacts. This card's busted, but when you can play this in a Cosmos stun deck where you can literally set this if you hard draw it, and like I said before, use the Cosmos Slip Rider to pop this on your opponent's turn and turn on your Scythe and activate it. This gives this deck probably the most ways to play Artifact without just cheesing it out with Dagda and winning like that. But I can use Dagda as well, which is cool. But I do play some other engine cards that you guys will see. But this is just for the matchups that don't, that Scythe doesn't hurt. Moral Talk is just a generic, non-targeting pop. So yeah, that card's amazing. So yeah, we play the Artifact engine. Yes, we're playing 3 of them. You wonder why? Because we're playing archetype cards. And the last 2 cards in the deck are obviously the Destiny Hero package. We are playing DP still because DP and Cosmos still have really good synergy. And that's probably the only monster that's coming out of my extra deck for real every time if I'm trying to get it out. So yeah, you guys already know. That rounds out the monsters. Next up, we got the card that went to 3. Don't look at this one. James hasn't found his 3rd one, so I can't steal it yet. But we have 2 OT First Deads in this ugly rarity. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. But yeah, we're playing 3 OT E-Telly. Yeah, waiting for it, James. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I don't have 3 OTs yet, but 3 Emergency Teleport in this deck is amazing. Yeah, it's one of the best extenders in the deck. It's a psychic-based archetype, guys. What else do you want me to say? It helps out Cosmo a lot. It lets you just always have Tin Can or always have Farm Girl in battle phase. Yeah, this card's amazing. Next up, we got the Cosmo Town. Of course, we're playing 3 of this because it's a starter. Helps you unbrick those hands. There's a lot of games I just mulligan for 1 and I drew a part of the other engine, like the freaking Adventurer engine. I was like, oh wow, that was kind of nice. So yeah, it's pretty cool. This card is just good recursion, good searching. People disrespect this card sometimes, and they just like harpies. I'm like, I'm searching another one for next turn. It's cool. Yeah, no, this card's amazing. Helps you set up your plays. And you can also slip right to this yourself to search a card you need. So that does come up. Next up, we have the Adventurer package, which is the 3 Rite of Aramesir, and the Fateful Adventure, the brick, the card that I actually draw a lot, along with the 1 Draco back. So yeah, this is that 8 card engine. Wait, 9 card engine. I think it's 8. Yeah, wait. 3, 4, yeah. 9 card engine. This Brave engine is 9 cards, so it takes up a lot of space, which is why my deck is like 55 cards. But yeah, this card's amazing. Helps you just bounce a card for no reason. This summons the token, of course, and then, yeah, it doesn't really hinder this deck, like I said before, besides the normal summon Tin Can or the pilots. But that's okay. You can link them off, do stuff, use them extenders, or just keep them there for that turn, not even use their effect, and then just have a tag out for your opponent's turn if you have a Dark Destroyer. So yeah, there's the Brave engine. And like I said before, we are playing archetype cards, so that's why you're seeing me play 3 Artifact Ignition. I know a lot of people probably know what the hell this card does. It's pretty much an MST, but I have to be able to set an artifact monster from my deck to the field. So this card lets me have access to the artifact engine at all times, and it also allows me to pop things myself, so I can like pop my own Cosmo Town, search my Tin Can, and get my own plays going. So there's just so many ways that this card actually helps me, and it also can help interrupt my opponent. But yeah, Artifact Engine, we're playing 3 Ignition, and to round out the Dogmatic Engine, you already know we're playing 2 Nadir Servant because it's at 2, can't play anymore. And of course the Fusion Destiny package because we're playing the Enforcer. Yeah, and then the card to help us see all of our engines, the 2 Pot of Prosperity. Your extra deck does not matter besides DP, so you being able to select the cards you don't care about and then trying to dig for cards that let you play. Card's amazing in this deck. Dogmatic Engine, 2 Punishment. This is a starter as well. So if the only card that this will ever hinder is DPE because we're trying to summon it, but if you need this sometimes you don't even need DPE to win, so it's good to have Punishment as a starter in our deck. And the 3 Artifact Sanctum. Alright, you guys already know. So this deck is Cosmos, Artifacts, Dogmatica, Brave. Oh god, there's everything. It's just, everything's in this deck. Not just Brave. And Heroes, you got the DP engine. I don't even count that though, because everyone plays DP for the most part. It doesn't even matter what the deck is called. But yeah, this Sanctum's amazing. Helps you get just more ways to your Artifact engine. And then, of course, the last card to round out the deck to make it 55 cards is the 3 cards that always make Tin Can just nuts, because it doesn't matter what you get to your hand, because for the most part you can just send the other 2 to the grave, and then you can use this to get the ones from the grave. And this card's also amazing with artifacts as well, because you can artifact them again if they destroy your Scyther, or you link the Scyther away, you can summon back this artifact to stun them again for the next turn. So yeah, this is also really good with DPE. So if they try to like call by the grave or something, or DD Crow, you can chain back to the front, summon back your DPE. So yeah, there's really cool synergy with back to the front in this deck. So yeah, that rounds out the deck. 55 cards, I believe. The thing is huge, but it has so many engines in it, it's pretty fun to play. For the next thing we're going to do extra deck. This is probably the most irrelevant, but it does matter sometimes. You're not going to summon things, but you're going to utilize it. So we got the 3 Entis, best generic one. 2 Titanic Clad, because we played Dogmatica engine. We got the 1 DPE. You only need 1. If you summon it, you summon it. If you don't, you don't. We got the Wind Pegasus at Ignister. You guys already know this card in the graveyard. If people don't read this card, it can prevent you from dying, or it can just make them misplay horribly and just lose the duel because of it. The 1 Omega, there's that 1. We got the 1 Almirage and the 1 Link Spider. This is for the Adventurer token, or if you get nibbed or something. But yeah, this is just mainly there to make you have a play if they stop your Adventurer token engine. Yeah, so you can make like Verte or Dagda, the actual 2 things that actually matter in this deck. Dagda is amazing in this deck because you already know I play artifacts, so I can actually set the cards and start popping them myself. Or I can set up a Ignition and have it set, and this will have 1 set for me, so I can just pop it with Ignition. So yeah, the card's amazing. And the last 2 cards to round out the deck is a 5-headed Link Dragon, because it's the biggest monster you can Dogmatica Punishment that could possibly come out of my extra deck. And the last card is the Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. This card's actually amazing in my deck because I can span the board pretty good with 3 E-Tellies now, so they'll never see me just linking away their monster if I can't deal with it, like a Dragoons or something. I can at least Underworld Goddess and then try to play through that. So yeah, this is just good generic removal that no one ever sees coming. But yeah, that rounds out the extra deck. So yeah, there's that. And then for the side deck, we got the 3 Gamma and the 1 Break the Driver. So I side very heavy on hand traps because my deck is probably not going to be able to go first after they see all the shenanigans in my deck, like Artifact Engine, Dogmatica Engine, Cosmo Engine, Adventurer Engine. Like all these engines, you don't want to go against that going second. So they're going to make me go, they're going to go first and make me go second. So I side a lot of hand traps. So this is the best one. Along with the Lancea, I kind of want to bump this higher because, man, Lancea is actually pretty good. But I can always search this with all my other artifact cards, so it doesn't hurt. But seeing more of this would never hurt, I don't think. And then we got the 1 Pankratops, because best generic going second card. You already know. We got the 2 Nibiru. I kind of want to up this too, because Nibiru plus like a Gamma, and then or an Impermanence can wipe any board for the most part. So this might go to 3 in the future. Harpy's Feather Duster, of course. We got the 3 Impermanence, like I said before. We just need to be able to break people's boards and be able to deal with their stuff, just in case they do something crazy. And then the last card is for those grindy matchups where I just want to go, I'm going to clear your board and set up my board. 3 evenly match, you guys already know. This card's amazing too. I actually like this card. The only time it didn't resolve is because I got Lancea, and that was my 1 loss. I got pro'd up by my boy Kyle. He's kind of nice. But yeah, that rounds out the deck, guys. It's freaking a lot of engines, I know. I got DPE, I got Artifacts, I got freaking Brave, I got Dogmatica, I got Cosmo. Like, look at all these archetypes. I know, it's crazy, right? I don't even know what I'm going to call this deck. It's just going to probably be like Cosmo, Adventurer, like Dogmatica, I don't even know what I'm going to call it, but it's a crazy pile. If you guys want to have fun, try it out at your locals. Let me know how you guys do. Let me know if you guys got any suggestions in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys like the deck profile, Cosmo in 2022, new format, 3 E-Telly. You guys already know I'm always excited when this card comes back to the ban list. So yeah, we're waiting for you, James, to send me this 3rd E-Telly, or whoever wants to donate one, hook it up. You guys already know. Alright guys, we're signing up with that. Peace.